quite a bit filming, and I was always kind of outside in the woods, cold, miserable. No.
I mean, it's interesting because we meet Ciri in the books as a very little girl, and it's actually something that we went against when we were casting. We wanted someone who's a little bit older who could play the full breadth of the story, because obviously Ciri starts out as a really kind of protected princess, but we needed her to be able to get to the fact to later in the series she's quite a warrior herself. So we needed to find someone who could portray both of those sides, portray a little more of the childlike naivete in the continent, but also grow to be someone who, well, can change the whole world by herself. So
what I really liked though was that, because when I got the audition and I sort of like Googled the character a little bit, it was obvious that she's kind of renowned for being like very strong and kind of badass, but I was kind of relieved that when I read the script they weren't portraying it like she's born and she's just can do everything. You know, she has a lot of growing like space to grow, and she's definitely, you can see the potential of what she could become in her, because she's got such a fight and a drive in her, but you get to see a lot of, you know, vulnerability in her, which I think is good because it's realistic and it's not, you know, it's going to allow her to evolve the experiences she experiences now.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are definitely times that Ciri is still a little girl who wants to believe what she's been told. That's actually something that we explore a lot in the first season, is the stories that you're told about yourself and your family and the world that you live in, and then getting out of those boundaries and realizing that it's not all true, and sort of what happens when you have to start to find yourself without all of those stories in place. And it's as much of a sort of psychological growth and an emotional growth than a physical one. I mean, for me, it's really exciting storytelling, because the thing that I wanted more than anything was for the audience to fall in love with Ciri for who she is and where she came from, and sort of her true and real self. Same with Yennefer, same with Geralt, because then the fun is when they start to meet and they interact and they bounce off each other and change each other and force each other to grow. You know, the characters are all kind of broken in their own ways. They're all orphans in their own ways, and they feel on the margins of society. And what's amazing, you know, is we start to tell stories that can at least start bringing them into each other's orbits. It's exciting because you can tell that they don't even necessarily really want to be together. They don't necessarily think they need each other. But storytelling-wise, they do. And to me, like, that's the birth, really, of the family.
And I think it's really nice to get to sort of see the three leads on their own, you know, and their own stories be told before they interact with one another.
Yeah.
So, you know, their stories are dependent of each other, which I think is really nice. So you can really concentrate on those characters and before they're together.
I mean, Ciri's on her own for almost all of it, right?
I was on my own quite a bit filming, and I was always kind of outside in the woods, cold, miserable. No, but I still got to speak a lot to Anya and Henry, and it's actually really nice having both of them, because Henry is so experienced with everything, and so he can give me lots of advice, but then Anya's quite new to it like me, and so we can kind of hold each other's hands and go through it together, so it's really nice having both of them either side of me.
E aí, galera, espero que vocês tenham gostado da legenda. Aqui quem fala é a Júlia Barcelos. Se você já curte o nosso trabalho, é muito importante que você se inscreva agora no canal, clica no sininho para receber todas as notificações dos vídeos que a gente vai fazer. Saiba que tem muita coisa legal te esperando aqui no Megascópio. Um mega beijo pra vocês!